Good morning, friends. Today is Wednesday, and that means it's time for this week's market update. This last week in Whatcom County, we saw 29 new homes come on the market, and 37 homes went under contract. Now, those are really, really low numbers compared to what you're used to hearing me say over the course of the summer, where it's 80 homes or 100 homes. This is the time of year where we have lower inventory and generally lower real estate activity as a whole. So I wanted to give you a glimpse into some historical context on when inventory is most likely to be hitting the market again in our area. So I'm going to be screen sharing a 5-year graph right here. This shows the number of new residential listings brought onto the market for the last 5 years. The upper parabola collection is Whatcom County residential, and the lower one in green reflects Bellingham. You can see across the bottom, this is for new listings, not closings. And there's our dip where we were for December 2021. Really, really low, but not actually as low as December 2019. We did drop a little bit lower than this time last year, but it's pretty on par with a couple years in the past and then lower than these first 3 years on our data pool. And this is the seasonality curve. Now, obviously, this curve is significantly lower than what we saw for these first few humps several years ago. Inventory as a whole has been less year over year as prices are going up and just other factors. But compared to this 2020 archway, it's not too terribly different. This, of course, was our April 2020, we saw a significant decline, which is unusual, and we all know why. So, in a typical year, that would also continue to arch up, just like we saw March and April of last year in 2021. So, based on this data, we should see a significant increase, not necessarily from December to January, but starting in February and into March, February, March, and April is when we should really see an uptick in new listings coming on the market, and then to peak over the course of what is obviously the real estate busy season, April through September or so. So if you're a buyer in this market, there are still homes available for sale. People are still buying and selling. If you are a seller in this market, the buyers who are out looking right now are generally speaking fairly serious buyers. There might be some really good activity on your listing, but we are likely to see continued rises in inventory starting from now and moving into the first and second quarter of 2022. And so that was this week's market update, and we will see you next time.